Ciao Bellas, welcome to today's video. I'm with my FC Bella Florence and she's decided that her hair is just too damaged, it's not growing, it's not really revitalizing, so she says that she wants to cut it all off and start again, which I'm super pumped about because I love sharing these starting your healthy hair journey moments with my Bellas. So we're going to be cutting all of it off and then we're going to be using a glueless wig to protect it. Now she'll wear her hair out naturally some days and then other days she'll be wearing the wigs too. So she'll wear the wig half the week and then the other half of the week she'll just wear her natural hair. You more want to use the wig when you've just applied all of your heavy castor oil because it makes your hair grow faster, but sometimes it can be a little bit too heavy. And I'm just going to be prepping the wig. I wanted to use a glueless unit that's a lace front wig with her because even though a lace front wig doesn't give you as much flexibility with parting, it's a little bit more affordable because the cap isn't full lace, so it's got wefts at the back, which means it's faster for me to make. That's why it's a bit more affordable. But also it has a little bit more structure in it, so it's better for smaller heads. And because we were cutting her hair, normally when you don't have any hair, you do want a unit that has a little bit more structure to it. So that's why we're using a glueless, and I'm just cutting the lace off. I always have so many of my Bellas freak out at this point, so I just try to include as much footage as I can of this, showing you guys. It's so easy, literally just cut along the hairline. If you get a few hairs, it doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world. Just take your time, it's super easy. And then she's using a light brown lace, but I like using light brown lace and then going over with her foundation because it means that I'm actually going to be getting her shade perfectly. So I really recommend you guys always go over with your own foundation because the wigs come in transparent, light brown or dark brown, but we all have such beautiful, unique skin tones that we can't really be boxed into 3 categories. So that's why it's always really important to use your shade of foundation because it'll make your lace match perfectly. I'm just using a blow dryer just to set the foundation to make sure that it'll last a really long time. Now I'm just applying it and then I'm just going to be playing around with it from each side, making sure that it's fitting really well. And one part that I really wanted to show you guys was cutting the earpiece in a U shape to give you a little bit more coverage on the sideburn area. Now please remember that when you're wearing a wig with elastic band clips or just a glueless wig, you're never going to get as much coverage around the sideburn area. If you want the most coverage, you would need to use tape or glue or gel or got to be glued. But if you do want to wear a glueless wig and you would like a little bit more coverage around the sideburns, you want to cut a U shape around your ear. And this is just going to make the structure and the placement of the wig customized to your head. So it's going to give you more flexibility and more coverage with your sideburns without having to use any glue. I really do recommend this. Again, don't freak out over it. You just cut around your ear. Just make sure you're not cutting the band or any of the actual structure. As long as you're cutting the lace, you really can't mess it up too much. And then I'm just going to be starting to do a little bit of work on her baby hairs. So I'm just using some coconut wax with my eyebrow brush or mascara brush. I find that this gives me a little bit more hold when I'm working with the baby hairs. And then I'm just putting a little bit of hairspray on. This just gives it a little bit of a hold too. I'm just doing 3 angles of baby hairs per side, so it's like a total of 6 curves. This is like my standard baby hair design. Doing baby hairs is like an industry secret for your wigs because when you set the baby hairs down, it almost just sets the lace down, so it makes it look a lot more natural when you're in like sunlight or something. So if you don't like baby hairs but you want your wig to look a little bit more natural, add them.
Allô, pourquoi tu ne réponds pas? Chérie, coco, coco, pourquoi tu ne réponds pas?